is Stan.
And I'm Josh.
Hey.
Fuck, mother brain! God, she sees me.
I don't know how she sees him. Well, I guess she's plugged into the entire...
She just got fucking eyes everywhere.
Yeah, she's plugged into the chasm.
Mm-hmm.
Chasm. I love Kraid's theme. Like, Damn it! I think last time I forgot to post I definitely posted the link to go play another Metroid 2 remake. I definitely posted that link, but I think I forgot to post the link for the damn, I can't think straight.
Words are hard.
The music. Hunters. Requiem for Hunters.
Harmony of a Hunter.
Harmony of a Hunter. Yeah, sorry about that.
It's all good.
Sorry, everyone. I forgot to talk right there.
Words are hard. It's okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't doing anything exciting either, so, hey, why not do some boring words, too? As I go ahead and try and top off my tanks here.
Man, you are playing like a noob.
Again, it's been many years since I last played this game, so... And I thought about doing a practice run, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. We're gonna go live.
I will let everyone know. If I ever do a Let's Play video, I won't probably do not a practice run because they annoy me, and that's just unprofessional. But it is what it is. So, okay, all right, you're hopping, and how are you gonna get that? What? You don't have power grip. Deal with it. Okay, so, anyways, Josh, what you been up to?
Not too much. Been a relatively less busy few weeks for me here. Just playing a couple games here and there, and reading some news articles about different things that have been happening in the old gaming world as of late. What about yourself?
I beat Bastion.
Nice.
I moved on to Transistor. Pretty good game so far. About 1 hour.
I have not played Transistor yet. You like it?
Oh yeah, it's badass. It takes about as long to beat. That Ripper scared you away. you're all like, my beams are powerless. Fuck, we need to bug out.
Yep.
I love that. Anyways, Transistor's great. You should definitely give it a try. It takes like 6 or 7 hours to beat. So, and I got that from howlongtobeat.com. So go for it.
Yeah. I've been playing a little bit. Some of you may have seen. I was streaming out recently some Counter-Strike Go. Been playing that a little bit recently because, why not? It's not too bad actually. I kind of like it.
You were so behind the curve.
Oh, I know. But I mean that game's fucking popular.
Yeah.
I think right now it said something like close to almost 8 million unique players last month. So, yeah, it's still a pretty popular game. But, yeah,
with
me and the
well
friends and I that
polished.
I've been playing a lot of Counter-Strike Source with have finally seemingly made the jump to Counter-Strike Go and being
Source
very
is
terrible
trash.
at that instead of being terrible at CS Source.
I was good at Source at one point, but it's so easy to fucking exploit that game. I just stopped playing.
Yeah.
The hackers made it unplayable.
Yeah, you really have to struggle to find a decent room where you're not going to come across a lot of assholes all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
My first unknown item. Incompatible with current suit. I wonder what
These are brand new to the Metroid series as a whole.
Yes.
Not just Zero Mission. They're supposed to represent something very special that Samus is going to get later. You don't know what that is, and you don't find out till literally the end of the game.
Now, some keen Metroid fans
Man, this looks annoying.
will recognize some of the items just by their looks, but to some other players, they're just like, what is this weird thing that I got and I can't use right now that lets me open these weird blocks?
Wait, go on?
Hey,
You're saying some Metroid fans will recognize what that is.
Well, the item look is the same as some of these items are, ones you'll get in Super Metroid or other games. And you may recognize, maybe not that one in particular, but another one that we get later, You just recognize what that is, and then people who aren't as familiar won't know.
Did you just get lost right there?
I don't know what I was doing. I
Okay,
may
you
have
just
gotten a
kind of
text message. Who knows?
Okay.
Things.
You're easily distracted.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I remember this last time I played Metroid, and I also got a little bit lost here because I didn't know what to do. But yeah, you figured it out. No, never mind. Never
Nope.
mind. You have no idea what the fuck is going on.
It takes me a minute. It's real.
Oh wow. Oh good. There we go.
I thought
There
about
you go.
editing. I thought about editing this part out, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I need people to see my incompetence.
You know what? When I just said earlier where I'm not going to do a practice run, never mind. I'm wrong.
Do a practice run.
Look at this! I want the last 3 minutes of my life back.
It's mine now. Can't have it.
Well, you got a brand new item in the entire Metroid series, which, this being the first game, makes no sense why she never has this, except in Fusion. This is the power
Which
grip.
this item would have made so many things so much more easy.
So the thing about this item is it's just a natural function that she should be able to do regardless of what she's wearing. Grabbing onto a ledge. I mean, do you need a special item to be able to do that? I can do that without, the power armor that she's wearing.
I look at it as the Zelda, he gets the gauntlets kind of thing that help increase his strength kind of thing. She's only got one hand that's usable, and she is wearing a pretty heavy power suit, so,
Fair enough, fair enough. Maybe it's power dampeners that are in, or enhancers that are in her armor now.
The argument can be made. I'm not saying it's the best argument, but it can be made.
Well, it makes more sense than what I'm thinking right now.
Can we just say I landed right on the ship?
You did. I thought that was purposeful.
Nope. But I did it, goddammit.
Good stuff. Good show. Good show. Also, this is the weirdest looking ship she's ever had.
I'd agree with that.
Hey Josh, you want to get into a topic that's not Metroid related briefly?
I mean, if we have to.
We don't have to. Fuck! What are you doing? Why? I thought, okay, he's not gonna let that Ripper own him, is it?
Nope,
Come on.
I am gonna do exactly that.
His job is to move slowly to the left and the right. That is his existence, and you let him get you. Come on, don't let this one get
I'm
you.
not
Also,
gonna. Look at that,
Hey.
expert.
pro level top tier MLG.
I mean, seriously, why? I'm expecting sponsorship calls any day now.
So Josh brought this to my plate the other day, and I heard about it the other day, and I just ignored it, but Josh seems extremely interested about it, and he posted it to our Facebook. There's a competitor to Kickstarter coming called Fig. Josh, I'll let you talk about it. You're more familiar with it than me.
So people familiar with Indiegogo, Kickstarter, GoFundMe, things like that, know that the relatively simple model of basically backing a product and unloading risk from the companies to consumers in a special in a certain way, and there's really no certainty of what happens, but people will put money in towards a project that they think is worthwhile to spend money on. And if that Kickstarter reaches its goal, they get that money, and then they go on and do that project. But where Fig is different is, people really the one that comes up a lot is the Oculus Facebook acquisition a few months ago, where Oculus was bought out by Facebook for something in the tune of $2 billion, and people who had backed the Kickstarter, even people who had backed the Kickstarter in very high amounts, were very confused and upset about that. And people have been saying they want a way to actually invest in these companies. And what Fig allows is your standard Kickstarter stuff, but for certain level investors and eventually all people, the ability to invest in the game and get a share of the profits of the sales of that game. So now there's a lot of questions about how the percentages are going to work and when you and I will be able to invest versus how long it'll be just regular investors who meet the certain investment requirements can. Right now, currently, to be able to invest, you have to meet the requirements and also be willing to put in a minimum of $1,000.
What are those requirements besides the money, Josh?
So you have to have an annual income of, I think it's in the ballpark of $250,000 or $100,000. Your net worth has to be higher than $250,000 minus your house, or the equity in your home has to be, I think, around $1 million or something in that ballpark. I can't remember it all exactly. There are articles out there you can read about investing and the SEC rules on that.
What Josh is trying to say is you have to be a Class D title investor.
Yes. Now, here pretty soon, Class A Plus is going to be a thing, which was brought on because of things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo and GoFundMe, that will allow people like you and I to also take part in this investment process. But again, that's not in play just yet. The other difference is Fig is going to be curating their list and only doing 2 projects a month. So it's not like Kickstarter where everybody goes and just puts their Kickstarter up and gets the access to that. The board of directors of Fig will be deciding 2 different projects each month to allow to go through this process.
So, have you said your piece on this yet?
Besides the fact that I think it's not the best idea, but it's a step in the right direction, and I like the fact that somebody is doing something to give people the option to actually invest in these projects in some way.
Okay. Can I just say this is the most 1%er anti-consumer program I've ever heard of? Like, I'm not gonna go on the record and say Kickstarter is the best idea ever, but it is far, far, far from the worst. Like, with this program, you have to already be rich. You have to be rich to even participate in it. And unless I'm missing something.
Not entirely true, because you can still back the project without the investment portion right now. So you and I could go onto the website and back the project that's listed there without having to make this massive investment or anything like that.
Let me pull up fig.com. I'm going to call your bluff on that.
Nope, it's true. I think the first level is $50 or something like that it's actually fig.co.
Okay.
No,
yes,
$20 game and dev newsletter, $30 digital art and thank you for their current project, which is called Outer Wilds. Haven't really heard anything about that. But so you and I can still go and invest, and we can back the project. So we don't have to be an investor to go in and do this.
Mm-hmm.
It's at that $1,000 level, and if we were a Class D investor, that we could then participate in that part of the program right now.
Yeah.
And again, soon everybody will be able to, because of the new Class A Plus rules that'll be coming out. I don't remember if they set a date on that or if we have an idea of it, but I mean, it is coming soon. So, you and I will soon be able to participate in that as well. We don't just have to be rich people with
supposedly.
money to play.
Supposedly.
I mean, the SEC could change their mind. I mean, who knows, but
there's something else I want to call into the question. Can I just say that the people that are backing Fig are also some of the people that have been successful in Kickstarter? It's like biting the hand that feeds you. You know what I mean? Especially,
here's my thing. I get that, but it's also, these are people who hear that there's a demand for investment opportunities, not just blank check writing, and they're trying to find a way to do that.
Oh yeah, we should probably bring in the question. You got one of the best items in the game, the Ice Beam.
Yes, very much.
You can beat the entire game with this weapon alone.
Quite helpful. Quite helpful. What am I doing?
Oh, that and missiles, obviously.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a missile tank right there.
How'd you know? I didn't know that was there.
I'm smart.
Okay, at some point in my life, I eventually knew because I beat this game 100% at one point, but so I eventually knew it was there. But yeah, here's my other problems with Figs. The type of people they wouldn't invest in. Can I just say Tim Schafer of all people? What the fuck? This is a person that fucked up his own Kickstarter. Now he wants to be what's essentially an investment banker Kickstarter? Why? What does he hope to accomplish? Does he know that he is probably not the person that should be on the board of directors for this? Or does he just not care?
I think he's just, he has seen how Kickstarter works. He has seen how the industry is changing, and I think he wants to be a part of the new wave in that. I mean, I'm not saying that this is a surefire thing or the best idea, but I think it's a step in the right direction.
I think it's a step, but I think personally, it's a step backwards. I feel giving everyone that wants to the ability to have a minor say in the project, because there's a lot of Kickstarters where they're like, hey, $20 gets you a minor say in the project. That's cool. With this, it's like, you don't get a say. You can give us money, but only the rich people will determine how this project goes. And you know what? That's fine. That's fine to an extent. I don't think it's better. I think it's
now, I will say they're
different.
Not the people who will be in quote unquote investing are not going to be getting creative say, or they're not going to be getting a license. They're not going to be buying into the IP. Like
you and I both know what you're about to say is bullshit. When you invest in something,
but they're not. They are strictly investing to partake in a percentage of the profits of the sale of that particular game. So you're not investing in the company behind it. You're not investing in the IP. You are investing in the sales of that game. And you're not getting creative license. You're not getting any of that stuff that comes from like putting out a board or doing an IPO or anything like that. So I mean, it's not. You're just looking to put some money into a project. That project's going to sell some copies, and you're going to see some money come back from that.
So I think a better idea, if someone's going to do a counter Kickstarter, is not necessarily have investment banking be part of the equation, because I think that's just asking. You're just complicating things at that point. And I get what you're saying. People that donated some money into the game, they want some more money for the fruits of the game. I think personally, kind of greedy. Whenever I back any Kickstarter project, I don't want the profits of whatever that person's doing. I just want the product, and I want a good deliverable product. So I'm going to go ahead and be 100% clear. Here are the following things I have personally backed on Kickstarter. The Bill Nye the Science Guy film documentary. Drop $5 towards that. Everspace, which I still want everyone to go and back because I love the Galaxy on Fire series, and I am a fan of roguelikes. Everyone should go back to Everspace. Go do it right now. Link it below. Shameless. Starfighter Incorporated. This is a group of chaps that want to make a massive. I'm sorry. This is the group of people that want to go ahead and make a massive game that is multiplayer, a massive space shooter multiplayer, where everyone is against everyone else. It's apparently inspired by World of Tanks. These are people, the people that created this have created X-Wing, Crisis, and Desert Combat. So there's no low-tier talent making that game. I threw like about $25 towards that. And finally, the other thing I backed was Bloodstained, the Ritual of the Night, because of course I did.
Shocking, I know.
Castlevania is badass. Is there anything more that needs to be said? Oh, I threw $28 to that. Go ahead and give me my digital copy when that comes out. I did not back Mighty Number 9. Kind of glad I didn't. But that being said, I am a proponent of Kickstarter because most projects that are backed typically come into some sort of fruition, and if it's not backed, well, you typically get your money back. You either get your money back, or you can request your money back, or you can go ahead and say to the person, hey, your project turned out to be shit, is there anything you're gonna do for the backers? Someone that's good with it will. You fell for this noob trap. I love it. Back on topic. Everyone falls for that noob trap. Everyone. There are many people that will go ahead and try to do something to ameliorate, or they will just go ahead and just stay the course and say, well, fuck you, I got my money, here's my product, good luck out there. You know? So, what is this going to do? Fig just says, okay, we're going to be better than that because we're going to offer... Come on, Josh. Come on, you're better than this, Josh.
No, I'm not.
Oh! It's the block that keeps disappearing. Yes, one of those solid ones. Use that to stand on.
Also, don't worry.
Bomb jumping doesn't work in this game.
Don't worry. At some point, I'm going to realize this is not the room I need to be in anyway, and I leave it having accomplished anything.
Literally doing nothing.
Again, I thought about editing this out, and I said, you know what? Fuck it. People need to know.
People... God damn it. It's like I'm watching a first-timer play.
I mean, basically. And then I abort mission, whatever the fuck I was doing.
So offering people the chance to get some money based on the sales, I mean, how do you even know your project's going to be successful? Then what? You know, this isn't better than Kickstarter. It doesn't entice me to go to it instead of Kickstarter. If anything, it just complicates the entire market. But I'm glad someone's trying something new at the very least. Always a chance for someone to try something new. Are you going to back anything on Fig? I know you're not a proponent of Kickstarter backing.
Probably not. I mean, maybe something will catch my fancy that I might think that is worth my time. But I mean, you know, I'm not the kind of person that.
Bloodstain didn't catch your fancy?
Kickstarter doesn't catch my fancy because you can talk a big game, but
Yeah.
I wanna see a product. I'm not gonna give people money blindly, willy nilly. So, again,
I mean, so what's Fig do to make those particular concerns you just said go away?
what do you mean? Which ones?
Fig.
No, what concerns?
The concerns you just made of talk a big game, don't know if you'll deliver. I mean, then why should I go to Fig as opposed to Kickstarter?
I'm not saying you should. I'm not here to say that what their answer is right or that they're doing the best thing, but I do like the fact that somebody is trying to tackle this issue and look at crowdfunding in a different way and let more normal people benefit from the, like, if companies are going to be trying to find a way to unload their risk on the consumer, and the consumers are going to be taking a risk, they need to find a way to reward people besides just giving them a copy of the game and other such rewards. And I think this is a step in the right direction to get people.
I think it's a step in the direction to watch people get burned faster.
But
like,
I mean,
imagine
you know,
if...
but
imagine... No, go ahead.
I was going to say, projects like this are risky. Game development is risky. Companies are risky. So, you know, it is investor beware, but I'm just saying it's giving people more options than just, oh, hey, get a soundtrack that you're never going to listen to and a copy of the game. Like, if you're going to be, and, you know, there are people out there who put a lot more money into Kickstarters than just the, you know, $5, $10, $20. And letting people see a small return on that and getting it, you know, I think that's a good thing.
Okay, so what if the project just kind of shits the bed?
Well, I mean, that's the risk.
That's what I'm talking about. The risk isn't mitigated. It's just that you're getting slightly something different. That's the thing is, there's
no guarantee if you invest in something and you're expecting a return, or you just donate to the project. Like, there's no risk. There's no guarantee in Kickstarter either. So might as well give to people who are going to be backing it some potential reward besides just getting the game at a later date.
So here's what I would want as opposed to Fig. I would want, if you're going to counter Kickstarter, then counter Kickstarter. The big thing about Kickstarter is people getting fucked over by a lackluster product. find a way so that if someone is dissatisfied with the item that they got, the thing that they back, they have the option to either get a portion of their money back at all. Like what Fig is doing is that, oh, I love this, absolutely love it. Satisfying. It's kind of a precursor to the what do you call that? A speed booster with the Powerball. But anyways, I would like something where if, let's say, Mighty Number 9 turns out to be just absolute bullshit, right? And that's a distinct possibility.
Which, speaking of, Mighty Number 9 did get delayed.
What?
Hold on. I read recently that Mighty Number 9 was delayed to address some of the issues that people were talking about.
I did not know this. Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I have to look this up. Josh is dropping knowledge on me.
Which, I mean, you know, if they need more time to work on that game, because you've got some really pissed off people out there, but...
Holy shit, delay until 2016? Yep. That's almost unacceptable.
I disagree, because I don't think... If you need to delay a game, delay a game. Do not rush a release date just because.
Yeah, agreed.
Get out there and say, you know,
agreed with that point.
I get to say, hey, we fucked up and we need more time and we want to give you the product you expect and we wanted to do. So I have no problem with delays, but
so here's my thing. Before I get into it, because now I guess this is the crowdfunding episode. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome.
Dick.
It's a topic I'm very interested in. It's not something I participate in, but it's something I'm very interested in.
This is how indie game develop. This is where indie game development's going, though. It's like indie game developers, they don't have a lot of money, so they have to dedicate years of their life to make a solid product because they're doing it in their spare time. What if someone gives you the money to deliver a solid product if you have a good enough idea? And people have been delivering on this, except for when you got a big company like this. Here's what Mighty Number 9 was asking for: $900,000. Here's what he got. His company, Concept, almost $4 million. That is 4 times the asking price, and you can't even deliver the game on time. What the shit? What were you doing? No, I'm serious. That's a serious question. In your 2 years of development, what were you doing with 4 times your asking price?
Games are expensive, games are hard. And more than likely, I don't know the strict financials, but I'm sure they got more than that. Here. Like, I guarantee you that there was somebody giving them money on the back end of that. So, you know, they raised however much on Kickstarter, but they probably got other money from somewhere else, too.
If the whole Red Ash debacle is anything to go by, you're not wrong.
And that's...
Can we just cover up? I felt like we did that topic a disservice when we covered it last time. That Red Ash is a debacle. How the fuck does your game get published and funded before it's even funded on Kickstarter? They had a publisher already lined up for the goddamn game, Fuse, some Chinese cheap console maker. And people were hate funding that, as in, we are purposely not going to fund this game because you're not even finished with the first game that we funded. Which is a valid as hell excuse not to fund that project, you know? Oh yeah, this boss. I enjoy this boss because of the way you have to maneuver.
But yeah,
that's cool.
It's interesting, and I think these crowdfunding models, you know, and hopefully we lead into some better conversations about game production, game making, the actual cost of it, and but I'm excited to see what happens. Again, I don't think Fig is necessarily the best answer, but they're doing something new, and it's very nice to see that. And yeah, eat a dick, you.
I feel Tim Schafer being on the board of directors is just like the biggest joke. Someone that can't even get his own Kickstarter all the way right wants to go ahead and run an investment-banking crowdfunding source. Dude, come on now. But whatever. I'm sure he'll do fine. I am sure he will do just fine.
Yep. Well, I'm very interested to see where this goes.
I am not proud of concept with Mighty Number 9. I'm actually more and more glad I wasn't a backer. At first, when it first came out, I was kind of ashamed, like, man, I missed the boat. I should have helped back this. But now that they pushed the release back into Nebulous 2016, it's like, all right, I both respect and am extremely disappointed with the project now, you know?
And that's fair. That's fair. I mean, you can feel that way, and that's totally fine. And you have certain expectations. But I'm never gonna complain. Well, I'm not gonna say never gonna complain. I'm sure I'll knee-jerk complain. But again,
Hey, Josh.
I'd rather you take time to.
Metroid has been pushed back.
It's fine. It's fine. Just give us good games. Give us not broken games. Give us the game that you want to make, not a game you can make because of an arbitrary date.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh, I actually took a moment just to briefly skim over Keiji Inafune's or the Mighty Number 9 teams. It's probably Keiji Inafune. Why they delayed the game. Apparently, it was riddled with bugs.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
2 years and $4 million.
I mean, that's not really a lot, though. I mean, let's be honest.
Okay, in the essence of you're going to make an indie game that is going to be like so many levels on an engine, they didn't create their own engine. They're using Unreal 3, or probably 4 at this point. Who knows? They probably know. Last I checked, it was Unreal 3 that they were using. That engine is for free until you actually start making money with it, right?
As far as
and when you and then when you start making money with it, then you have to pay a small stipend. It's typically like, what, 25 or 15% after $50,000, something like that. So, right now they're not paying anything for using Unreal 3. Unless they did some kind of deal with Unreal. So the engine's already made. They just have to make the game. In the world of game development, the amount of money that's going towards the game at this point is pretty much towards paying the salary of the people that are making it. If you're going to ask for $900,000 and then you get 4 times that amount, your excuses for why the game is going to be delayed become smaller and smaller and smaller, you know?
But, I mean, we've seen bigger teams, bigger games, bigger budgets have games that have been delayed or come out late or be
But those are publisher-supported, not backer-supported.
It doesn't matter who supports it. If you need more time, you need more time. It doesn't matter who's funding it. Take the time you need to make the game the best way. Because they could just say, you know what, fuck it, we're going to release it.
I don't know
everybody's going to backlash against them for releasing a bad product. Let them take the time they need to make the game right.
Here's the thing. They were damned if they do, damned if they don't.
Absolutely.
If you were going to say we need this much money, and if you give us at minimum this much money, we will deliver a product to you in 2 years' time, then you better be able to deliver on that. Otherwise, you're what's the other way to put it? You're kind of screwing the pooch in yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. There's a beautiful comic I saw online on Facebook where it was Beck from Mighty Number 9. That's the character's name. And there are 2 doors next to Beck. And he's kind of stroking his chin like, which door do I open? And one door said, delay Mighty Number 9. Another door said, release with a shitload of bugs, but release on time. And behind both doors was an angry mob.
Yep.
It was 2 doors that led to the exact same place. There's an angry mob with torches and pitchforks. Spot on. Absolutely spot on.
Which, I'll just say, fans of things like that need to just shut the fuck up and let them make the game.
I think it's a valid complaint. That's just it, though. It is, to an extent, it's a valid complaint. If you give money to a project and you overfund the shit out of them, and then they aren't able to deliver on time because, I don't know, they failed to develop the game properly, then these are very valid complaints that they are bringing up. They're not wrong for demanding the product that they paid for, prepaid for, mind you. Here's
the thing. Kickstarter, you are not buying anything on Kickstarter. You're
buying an idea. No, I know.
You are donating money, and you may or may not receive something in return for that donation.
Yes, exactly. I agree. But you are allowed to hold the creator of that item. You are allowed to hold their feet to the fire. By damn. Wait, you got the speed booster? I don't
No,
remember you
yet.
getting it. Oh, okay, you're about to get it. Yeah, this is the part where you're about. Wait, did that thing just drop? Oh my gosh, it shoots its eyeballs at you.
Yes, when it dies, the eyeballs drop and do damage.
Okay, that's fucked up.
It is.
So I'm with the backers, but I'm also against the backers because you're right. They hold on.
Sup, motherfucker?
Canonically, first time you see Kraid. In the world of Metroid, this is the last time you see Kraid. If you're going by release dates.
Which a Kraid, apparently, a fun fact, was originally supposed to be in Metroid Prime, but they ended up replacing him with another boss. But there are some assets out there of Kraid modeled for Metroid Prime.
Yeah, I think they got rid of him because it wouldn't make sense. Like, Ridley makes sense. Kraid doesn't make sense.
Yeah, Kraid's not as mobile as Ridley, so.
Not even a little bit.
And that's Kraid done and dusted.
Yeah, he's not exactly a difficult boss.
Yep. But you know what? I think we need to hear from the fans.
Yeah,
what do you guys
absolutely.
think about crowdfunding? What do you think about Fig, and what are your ideas for how these companies can do better and serve the consumers in a better fashion?
Please let us know. We're going to stop right as Josh gets the speed booster. So stop. And I want to go ahead and say for everyone that's following us on Twitter and Facebook, thank you, appreciate it. You get to hear our inane ramblings, and if you would like to, go ahead and hit the like button. We appreciate that, and go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We appreciate that also. There are links everywhere.
Yeah.
There's links here. There's links there. I'm going to point to all of them, even though you can't
Just
see
so
them.
everybody, for people not watching the non-existent video feed, Stan is pointing at all different things, and his house is actually filled with like and subscribe buttons, and he's just touching them constantly. It's actually kind of weird.
There's like a giant Star Trek poster in the background of my home. I'm going to push that.
And it's a
That's
like button actually.
It is. It is a like button. It's a subscribe button also.
Yep.
But that was Unscripted Gaming. I hope you enjoyed this video of Metroid Zero Mission. And in my phrase, play good games.
Peace.